Hello, Scorpio. I am so happy to be here with you today. I just think worlds of you, your fellow water signs. And I have several close Scorpio friends, so I'm excited to do your reading. So, let's get down to it. There is so much going on astrologically wise in September here. I don't want to go over all of it, but I will put a list of some of the major stuff going on in the notes below. But what you should know is that on the 18th, Saturn, which is in his home sign of Capricorn, is going direct. That means that the taskmaster is back in his full power. So if you've been slacking off of that diet or your workout routine or anything else that you're lacking discipline in your life, he is ready to have you get back on track. He is also all about structure and discipline. So it is definitely about instituting a plan or a structure in your life or a routine in your life. Although I hate the word routine, but it is about that. Because by having a routine, there's a hair, you have freedom. And I know that people are like, discipline doesn't mean freedom. It does though. Because if you have discipline in your life, there's the freedom, then you're not having to catch up or do things, right, that take other time. If you're very disciplined in your life, then there's freedom and room to do things that you want. If that makes sense. So he's back in his full power, and that is matched by there's also equal intense energy that's coming in 3 days later on the 21st, because Neptune is in his home sign of Pisces and Jupiter is in his home sign of Sagittarius, and they're opposing each other on the 21st. Why is this a big deal? Well, the big boys, as I call them, are brothers of the zodiac. They're in mythology, they're brothers. Neptune rules the oceans and Jupiter rules the land. So to have those two boys opposing each other, they're of equal power. They're in their home signs. They're not in their detriment. They're exalted. So neither one of them is going to back off, right? So if they're having a standoff, neither one's backing down. So you may feel the energy be really tense. It might not be a good time to negotiate things, like if you're doing a contract or anything, because I just think it's going to be very tense and there's not going to be a compromising energy around those days, if that makes sense. Let's see if there's anything else for you guys. The other thing, Pluto, which has been standing still. Pluto is your ruling planet. Pluto has been standing still in Capricorn, and he will start moving again. So that may, I think, affect some of you that, maybe it won't, because I think it affects people in early October, and that is Libra. So you guys might be okay. But he's moving again, so if you've been feeling stagnant, that is why, and he's going to start moving forward again. Okay. Let's get to your reading, shall we? So I was pulling some cards for you, and what's interesting is you haven't had a lot of the other cards that have come up for a lot of the water signs that I've been doing, but the Wheel of Fortune did come up, and the Hermit, which has been coming up in a few of the water signs. I'm pretty sure did it come up? Oh, I forget. I think it came up for Cancer, the Wheel of Fortune. Can't remember. They all start to blur. Sorry about that, guys. But what I saw is, so this was actually, I pulled 6 cards, and actually the third card that came up, which is the only really, and I don't want to say it's a negative card, because it's not that, but the Nine of Wands. And when I read this Nine of Wands, it's usually getting close to an end of a chapter, right? And in this particular deck, he's a soldier and he looks really tired, right? All these wands are upright and he looks really weary and tired. So what's ever been going on career-wise has been really exhausting. It feels like a battle for you. Whatever's, be it that you've been looking for a job and haven't found a job, and that just feels like a battle. You've worn out from applying and interviewing or whatever. Or if you're tired, you've just been working on a project, the work's just been hell. All of that. I'm feeling this weariness come from you guys. And I want to say have hope. Because what was really interesting, because right before that, and I was like, oh, this is right before that. And I'm like, because you have a Hermit card, you're not seeing it. So weariness is this interesting thing, right? We're so weary, we're so tired. You start to get involved in the minutia, the slog of going to work or looking for jobs, and it just starts to wear on you that you can't see all the amazing stuff that's on the horizon, right? You know, I pulled this as a clarifier card for these two, because these were before your card. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, new stuff's coming in and you can't see it, right? You got the Three of Cups. This is new stuff. It could be a new love, actually, but I actually feel this is more career-wise, but you could get a new love, and that would be amazing, right? But you have this Eight of Wands stuck. That was the first card I pulled up, was the Eight of Wands, right? This is so many opportunities coming in, or an opportunity, you have a quick communication. So if you're looking for a job, boom, all of a sudden, you go from despair to like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I have a job. All of a sudden I'm going in for drug testing, right? I hate that, right? Or whatever, background check. All of a sudden you're like, boom, hey, can you start? What? Right? And that's the cause for the celebration. Or you get a raise or promotion, that's the cause for the celebration. So whatever has been going on, it's gonna, whatever despair you're feeling, you need to get out of that mindset, because this is happening. And it could be new job. I have a feeling, even though this is the Ace of Cups, it has to do something work related. But it could be a new, like I said, it could be a new, I'm not going to discount that love could happen, but I just feel like this is new opportunity, new growth, because it gives you emotional joy. This is this. The relief of finding a job, or whatever's going on, or that chapter at work being done, that project being over, or getting that promotion, or moving away, or someone quitting at work that's causing you distress could be cause for joy and celebration and a whole new chapter, which I think is totally what's happening for you. So if you're looking for a job, or if you are really burnt out on work, do not despair, because it's on the horizon. And the reason being is the Hermit's coming in. Actually, I had two major arcana right together, which were, so these were in the 5th and the 6th position, right? You had the Hermit and then the Wheel of Fortune, which we'll get to. But this is the Hermit. And he's been popping up a lot this month. And that's because I feel like September is definitely... So September is this interesting... Virgo season is an interesting time. Virgo season is very much about thinking and reflecting, but also you can be too self-analytical. And so that's what this is about. The Hermit is asking you to take a moment and shine a light. And it's not a bright light, right? It's a soft, nice light on things that you can improve and do better with your self-talk, right? With the are you overanalyzing, or are you analyzing? Maybe you shouldn't be analyzing. Maybe you just need to let it roll off your back. I said this before, I think in another one, as Tupac Shakur used to say, you leave the fucking pieces on the ground and you walk away. Sometimes you don't need to stress or overanalyze on how the vase broke, what could you have done to keep the vase from it. The vase is broken. Sweep it up and throw it away. It's done, it's over. Right? That's a little bit of this Hermit. Okay? So I feel for you guys definitely this month. If you feel that something's going on at work, or you're not getting that job, you need to stop, because you're definitely in a fatigue. I'm definitely picking up a fatigued energy, a little bit of a despondent energy, a bit of a desperate energy. And that is not going to bring in the joy that you want if you're in that vibration, right? If you're vibrating with desperation and despair, you can't get to joy from there. You can't. You have to silence that mind, that inner critic, and you have to start getting into a better mind frame. It seems like the theme this month, it's so funny to me, every month something comes up. And I'm sure that has to do with the planets and the energy that's coming in. But this month has been, when you wake up in the morning and you put your 2 feet on the floor to get up and go going, are you going to choose misery, or are you going to choose joy today? This is choosing misery right now. Okay, not entirely, but you're worn out and you're down. You're feeling a little defeated. But that's misery. You got to wake up in the morning and you got to choose joy. This is a joy card if there's ever a joy, right? You got to pick joy. You've got to pick joy. Because whatever it feels like right now, it's turning towards your advantage. So yeah, it feels stagnant right now, especially like I said, with Pluto being Pluto being still, you know, he wasn't in retrograde, but he was just still. It didn't feel like anything was moving. It didn't feel like anything was going anywhere. That's changing. I love that. I love that Pluto's moving forward again, and you get the Wheel of Fortune. Because the Wheel of Fortune is about the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor, destiny moving towards your way. You know, that seems to be another thing going on this month, is everybody seems to have burdens that they're carrying around, and it's about letting them go. The universe is working for you. It may not feel like it is right now, and trust me, I'm a Cancer, and I'm a fellow water sign. It's been shit. It has been shit. With Cancer in the North Node, I have been put through my paces, so I completely get it, Scorpio. You were probably being affected too. It feels that way, but it's not. You know, it's not. And what I love about this is we talk about this, and you get the Ace of Swords. These are new thoughts. These are new visions. These are new dreams. You know, once you put down this wariness, a whole bunch of good shit comes popping in. A whole bunch. You know? So it's just what you're going to choose. And what's kind of interesting is I pulled an energy oracle card for you, and I came up with appreciation. You know? And I get it. When you're in this state, it's hard to appreciate things. It's totally hard to appreciate things. But you got to stop it. Right? You got to stop it and get to here. You got to wake up every morning and do a gratitude journal in the morning or night or whatever it is, because the universe it's changing for you. I feel like, now I pull another card, because I feel like for you guys, and I hate that, September, although it's starting to move for your favor, I still feel like it's pretty stagnant. And it feels that way a little bit. I feel like this month is a matter of you doing some homework. And that stuff, someone's like, well, I want to do a whole, I want shit to start happening for me. I freaking get it, guys, because that has been my last couple of years, man. There's just not been a lot going on, not a lot working for me. But I feel it will. I mean, I can't hang in there, because it's starting to move for you. It's starting to move for you. I feel it. It's just, here's the thing, it's not happening in the time frame that you want it to, right? Yeah. Gosh, I don't know what to say, guys. Oh, hey. You know, waiting for stuff to happen, waiting for money to appear, holding on to nostalgia in the past. I just pulled those cards. But what I didn't see is what fell out. Ultimately, you're triumphant. It's a great card. Right? Ultimately, you're triumphant. But it feels rough. It feels stagnant right now. It feels like you're waiting around for things to happen. I freaking get it. Unfortunately, this wheel does not move in your time. It moves in the universe's time. So in the meantime, why don't you get ready for your gifts to come in? Like, this is a time for you to heal and work on and get those things ready, so that when those gifts come in, the house is right, like getting the nursery ready, right? If you have a baby, there's a gestation period going on right now. Look at it that way, guys. There's a gestation period going on. I get it, right? You want the baby, but you can't have sex and then have a baby the next day. It doesn't work that way. That'd be awful painful. There has to be a gestation period, and I get it. It seems more like an elephant gestation period than a human gestation period for a baby, but it is coming. The wheel is working in your favor. And like I said, Pluto is he's moving again. That is so going to help you. That's your ruling planet. And ultimately, you guys are triumphant. Just don't forget to appreciate so that you can get to that triumph. Okay, guys? Hang in there. I am going to send you guys so much love, peace, prosperity, and abundance your way to help get through this month, because I know so much good stuff's on the horizon. Okay, guys? All right. Till next month.